are you? Today is Thursday, the 24th of April, and we are going to be drawing another or painting another abstract. Just going to pull up the image. How is everybody this morning? Today there's two images, so I have to decide which one I want to do. Not sure why there's doubles. Maybe there wasn't enough space. Well, there's one from Heike, and then there's also one from Elvira. So I'm going to come in and check why there is a double. Hang on 1 second, unless one got moved. Let's have a look, see who's with us this morning. Good morning, good morning. Just gonna grab some paper, some water, and then I'm gonna get started on painting. Good afternoon, Martina. Hi, how are you? Perhaps we can do two. I'm not sure if that would be possible, but we could try. Hi, Melissa. Good morning. It's Thursday. It's art hang party. And I'm not sure if I can make it, but I really hope I can. My daughter wants to go to this dance comp, so we'll see. We will see what happens. If not, I will catch the replay. Hey, Janice. Good morning. Okay, so this one is Heike's, and then we have one from Elvira, and I'm not sure why there are doubles, and I apologize if this was the only way they could both get their images on. We have tomorrow's Barbara, and then we have Birgit at the weekend, and then there's also two. There's Silke and Jen. But I thought Jen and Silke both had, but maybe they didn't. Let's double check. And I didn't put the replay in the Padlet. I will put the replay in the Padlet. Oh, Silke has already had one. So I don't need to worry about a double of that. Okay. So it's Elvira and Heike. Sorry, everybody, I'm just double checking why there would be a double. Okay, well, I'm going to try and get two done today then. Oh, you only have Elvira? That's strange. Okay, all right. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb, and also this one. You don't see double? Why do I see double? Okay, do you all have Elvira then? Good morning, Sketchbook Scheming. How are you? Good morning, Louise. You don't see a double. That's really bizarre. Look, I'll show you my double. See? I have a double. Oh, this... Okay. Wow. I don't think I can do that one then. Okay. We will just do Elvira's for today, and I'll see if Heike can add another one. All right. I'd like to do something similar to this, but I'm going to do it horizontal today. We did do a horizontal... We haven't done a horizontal for a little while, and I did like the one that was at a diagonal. Where's that one gone? I didn't mind that one. Look, I'm upside down here. I didn't mind this one and this one. So this is the wider horizontal. So maybe I'll do a narrow horizontal, and I do like the diagonal as well. Or the diagonal. Yeah, we'll see. Good morning, Nanette. How are you? So just gonna get my page flat and I can get started. I have a piece of paper. I do like I'm gonna have to lengthen this whole image though. But I do like the lighthouse. I like that. How is everyone this morning? It's Thursday. Thursdays are always a good day. I can't believe it's another Thursday. And next week we will be into the new month. I have sent out another invite to the paint and draw session tomorrow afternoon, only because I think some people don't see it in the chat, and I apologize. I thought I sent it through an email, but maybe it didn't come through an email. Don't worry if you can't make it. If you're a paint and draw subscriber, you will get the replay. So yeah, so I have sent it again. You can double check. Good morning, Tony. Hi, Meryl. Hola, Patty. Hi, Nanette. Yeah, that is odd. Okay, I'm going to get painting, and I'm going to use the XLs just to get some color on the page, and I'll probably use Neocolors or markers maybe to get some details on. Yes, Melissa says, looking forward to flowers tomorrow and next Thursday. Yeah, we're, are we going to do are we co-hosting live, Melissa? And if anybody is in Toronto, we're having a meetup on Sunday. So if anybody is in Toronto and wants to join us, we are having a meetup. Melissa has organized a little bit of an itinerary for us, and that'll be really fun. Melissa says the daffodils are blooming in my neighborhood, and it's a very happy sight. I think they started coming out yesterday here too. And Melissa says, I'm going to do another test to see if I can bring you on screen with me. Stay tuned. Okay, we can always meet to see if that will work. And they're calling for sun on Sunday, a high of 17 degrees. Woohoo! That's awesome. Looking forward to that. All right, I'm going to get a little bit of green on this. I'm missing a couple of images that I haven't done, I think from last weekend, but I'm trying not to stress out about it because I will, if I have a chance, I will get them done. If not, I'm not too concerned. Yeah, so check your check your emails. You should have got an email about tomorrow's paint and draw session, or check the chat because it will be in there as well for the paint the flowers. And just a reminder, that's for the paint and draw. I know that some of you are part of the paint and draw tier. And you'll get the replay if you can't make it. So with Melissa this evening, if you're doing art hang party, it's 50 birds in 50 minutes. I do love drawing birds. We've drawn a lot of birds in our years here. So that'll be fun. And Melissa said it's from a friend of hers, bird feeder. Like they have a camera on their bird feeder. So are they not all different, Melissa? Are they some of the same? Because I can't imagine there's 50 different birds that have appeared on your friend's bird feeder. And I'm sorry if you're painting and having to type. Is Elvira here today? What is that big boat? Is that a ferry, Elvira? I'm making mine a little bit moodier than it actually is. The birds are all from a bird feeder cam. A lot of the same birds for sure. Okay, but just different positions probably. I think this must be a beach. I don't think Elvira is here today. Oh, Elvira, yes, you are here. And Elvira says, hi, it's probably a ferry. The Elbe is a big river that leads to the North Sea. Is this close to where you live? So you have like beaches? Vera says, it's where my daughter lives and there are lovely beaches. Good morning, Susan. How are you? It does look nice. Very pretty, pretty. So yesterday I was out all day. I went to see my daughter's old school team dance with her because my daughter's home from university. So she's like, can we go, please? So I went, and it was lovely watching the dances again because I kind of miss all that. But it was a long day. I forgot how long of a day. We were there from 11 to 8:30. I don't have it here, but I did do a little sketch of people waiting around. Oh, maybe I took a picture of it on here, of my sketch. Here it is. So it's actually in a little sketchbook. It's in like one of the little Muji sketchbooks, but we were up on a balcony waiting for the dances to start, and there were people down there just hanging out waiting. So that was, and I only had like the tiny sketchbook and a ballpoint pen with me, so that was good practice just to sit there. But a lot of time was spent in the theater, and it's too dark to draw. I guess I could draw blind contour, but you're really like watching and focusing on the dancers, so you don't really get too much time to sit and draw. But it was still enjoyable. The dances, there were some dances choreographed by students who were incredible. It was like, wow, mind-blowing. Probably one of my favorite dances was by a student choreographer. And there were 31 dance or school dance teams that were there. So 31 schools. And they ended up coming second, which was great. Yeah, they put a lot of hours into it. I only drew like a little bit, Melissa. You know, you're kind of like moving in and out of the theater all the time, and then, you know, then they want food and drinks, and so there's not too much waiting around because you're watching other teams dance. But I did for like, that was probably like a 20-minute. I was just capturing some people who were like sitting around, and then they would move, and then I'd draw them again, or draw someone else that came and sit next to them. There's a strange light on the photo. Oh no, I think, or is it graffiti? I'm zooming in. Elvira, is that graffiti on the wall, or is that just a strange light happening from the camera? I'm gonna get it in because it's kind of nice to have a little bit of this turquoise in here. And I like the little people too. Oh, Elvira says, I can't remember. I can check next week. Okay. Yeah, sometimes our cameras do strange things and capture light in weird ways. All right, a few darker branches, and then I'm going to start cutting. Oh, and the people as well. Let's draw those in. The people and the dog. Oh, really wide legs, that. It's okay. Sometimes with, oh no, it's becoming a horse, my dog. Sometimes with the newer colors, they get a little bit chunky. I could probably, that's okay. I could have probably sharpened them. Or I like this couple over here, holding hands. There's not much of a shadow, but I can add something just to, I think I've zoomed in so much, but I can add some shadows maybe and texture on the sand. Natty says, sometimes I use the end of the Neocolor to get a bit more. Oh yeah, like I turn it, but the dog just kept growing. I don't think this really looks like a boat. It's okay. It's the idea of the boat, which is what I want to capture, not really that it is a boat. Good morning, Sarah. How are you? Nice of you to join. Kelly says, I don't want you to cut that up. I love it just as it is. LOL. Yeah. Like some of them I've really enjoyed as well. But Kelly, you know, that's part of the process. And it's all right. It's all right that I'm gonna cut it up. But the nice thing about doing them live is that I can always take a screenshot of the process, like this part as well, and then share that too. So, you know, there's always that. I think I need a little bit more grey. I don't know. Oh, I do have this grey. Just on the water here. And then also putting, it's very close to this colour. Sometimes The ink tints are actually really close in color range to the Neo colors that I'm using, so that's kind of nice that you know that there are you can mix lots of different colors with those ink tints blocks, because yeah, I have a lot of colors of the Neo colors, so that's good to know. All right, I think I'm done with this one, and I'm going to start cutting it. Do you think, okay, question for you guys, do you think they become more special as soon as you add like people in them? Do you feel like there's more of a connection between like you and the painting because there's people in it? Like if this didn't have the people, would you like it as much? But because there's people, like you can form a connection to it. Hi, Rekka. I don't know, what do you think? Good morning, Reb. Natty W says, so I laughed when you said dog size of horse and I thought it could be a Labradoodle or a Great Dane. True. It could be that. It's because I zoomed in. Oh, there's another person there. That actually looks a little bit like what probably, if you are a member of or follow Sitla, she's having a session today on old people, and I wish I could do it, but it's at the same time as my class today, so I'm gonna miss it. But Sitla has been working on drawing old people. So yeah, that's at 2 p.m. Eastern if you want to join her class. Sitla Flores, if you don't follow her on Substack, definitely go and follow her. She's got a lot of great posts, and she really dives deep into her monthly challenges. And she's super sweet. I'm going to put another back leg on the dog. There we go. Sarah says people give it more interest. And Natty says, yes, for sure. More connection with people, at least for me. Tony says, having people creates movement. IMO. What's IMO? And C says, yes, I agree, Sarah. Though I just posted and my people were cut off. Well, my people are going to be cut up. So we'll see how that works out. There's a lot of gray in this, but I think it will be a really interesting combination between the gray and the green. Oh, C says, I have an eye checkup and I have to leave early. Okay, well, we'll see you later for sure. Oh, in my opinion. Thank you, Kelly. I'm not very good with all those slang. Is an acronym? No, it's not an acronym. An acronym is where there's a lot of letters that make up one word, right? Abbreviation. All right. Shall we do, I think I'm going to need to fix this corner and this corner. I think just don't want that to be white. I think I'm going to do horizontal today. Horizontal, but not cut it up horizontal. Okay. Yes, I do. I have, rather. Natty. I did do you remember the pink one? Or maybe you don't. I think it was part of our session in the morning. We did one with Nanette, or it was Nanette's picture of Miami. Was that a Monday? Was that Monday? Oh, thanks, Susan. Susan says, I love how you... I'm going to do thin ones, though, today, again, because I like that. She said, I love how you added more gray to the sky instead of it being blue. This is the bit that takes the time, the cutting up. Oh, we did it. Was it Tuesday? Oh, you were there for Miami. Yeah, that was horizontal. But I don't really look at which way the cut is, like that I'm cutting the image, and then I switch it, because I don't want it to be a process where I have to think logically about what I'm doing. I think that's the beauty of the process that I've been doing. I think I've enjoyed it, so I'm gonna stick with that. Char, when you get the ends of the paper, it works best if you push the blades up so that your paper doesn't move. Ah, yes. I know, but I push the paper up. Like, I push the paper up. Is that what you mean? I just, you know, taking the blades down every time. I'm just lazy, Melissa, if that's what you mean. I'm constantly pushing the blades up, so I think that helps a little bit anyway. So when it gets smaller, yeah, like push them up. Yeah, I know. I'm just lazy to bring them back down again, that's all. Natty says, I liked your idea of using the paper cutter machine. Yeah, it's it definitely brings in a little bit of order in size, so I do like that as well. It's been working for these for sure. Like, it's, you know, I think trying to cut strips like this will definitely not, it wouldn't be very regular at all. Anybody wanting to join us in Toronto, if you are, because I'm not sure if you just joined, but if you are here and you are in Toronto or near Toronto, just reach out to Melissa or I. I don't know if Abba listens to this again, but I'll reach out to Abba too. She's on the other side of Toronto. Yeah, it's going to be a nice day out on Sunday. I'm really excited. We're forming our own urban sketches. We're going to have to call it something though. Although we kind of do have a name. Nick says jealous. I know. Nick, is there a big art community around where you are? Have you reached out to any groups or anything to do some urban sketching where you are? Okay, these I will go, I'll bring the blade down, Melissa, because, yeah, because they're long and they could be a bit wobbly. That one was not straight. Okay. Didn't bring it down, did I? It's getting a little wobbly here. You can see. I'm going to cut this one. It's too thin. Rekha says the greens are so yummy. Love this shade of green. Rekha, are you watching? Are you behind? Because I'm not. Like, maybe you're a little bit behind. Because I don't know how that happens. If people watch and you're not up to the same time slot. So I'm like, there are not so many greens here yet. There are urban sketches in Melbourne, just have not managed to go. And Melbourne is a pretty artsy city, Melissa says. And Nick says, yes, full of creative stuff. That's cool. Oh, maybe you could see some of the greens here, Rekha. Rekha, it was so nice. Did I say that already? I probably did say it the other day. It was so nice to see your face, and I recognized, like, well, I recognized your name the other day when it was in Beth's meetup, I think. How's everybody's 100-day project coming along? I am behind. That's what I'm going to do this morning, is do a whole bunch of Mexico pictures. Susan, you are leaving shortly, soon, very soon. Can't wait to see all your pictures as well. Okay, we're getting there. I think we're at the same point yesterday, so I think we'll be okay. I know that yesterday was a bit of a scramble, but we made it happen. This takes like time as well. Can you imagine doing a huge one of this? I kind of really do want to get some really large paper and do that. Maybe I'll do that. I can't do it this weekend. That's why I don't have a drawing session this weekend, is because my daughter is keeping me busy with wanting to drive places, so, and it's nice that she wants me to come with her. And Toronto is on Sunday, so another reason. I'm going to put that one to the side, and I'm going to start sticking. Oh, I have an avalanche here. I think I may, oh, let's see. I think I have enough glue in this one. Reb says 100-day project is going good. That's good. I'm mixing all of these up because I don't want them to be just when I pick them up, and I'm not going to look at them when I pick them up, even though it's a little bit difficult because they're all turned over. But I'll just be quite random with it. Okay. I'm going to try and go across. I mean, I could just slice it in the middle, but I don't want to cut my page either. And just a reminder that June 2nd is the last day of the 100-day project for this 100-day project. Of course, you can keep going and, you know, do more. That's totally fine. I'm going to do this. How in the earth was there no glue up here? And like I stuck everywhere. Okay, this is where I have to speed up. And make sure everything sticks down. C says, Shar, if you think of sharing your photos of... Oh, shoot. Yes, thank you. Did you message me yesterday, C? You know what? Because I just went out and I was out for the whole day, I didn't even come back down into my studio and see my note that I had written to do that. Oh, goodness. Okay. I will send you those. C. Gosh. You didn't send me a note, did you? I think you forgot, and I forgot. Melissa says, Reb, your video with your son was so cute. He's such a fan of your art. Oh, I have to watch that. Thanks, Melissa, for the prompt to watch. And Susan says, yes, very excited. Stressing about how to fit all the sketching in I want to do when traveling with 3 others who are not sketchers. Any advice? I think just getting your sketchbook out whenever you sit down for like food, coffee, tea, when you go back to your hotel room or your Airbnb and they're doing their thing, then you get your sketchbook out and just make it a habit, Susan. And just, you know, maybe encourage them to sketch as well. Buy them a little sketchbook and say, this is for you. We're going to do some continuous line drawing or some blind contours of each other and get them into the habit. I think it's a nice thing that you all do it, but if they're really not into it, then you can't make them. But yeah, I think that would be fun too for them to join you on the journey. A little bit of a slither there. Let's get a slither out of this one while the glue is wet here. Just put that in there, and then a tiny little piece here. Oh, Natty says, buy 3 cheap sketchbooks, a pack of drawing pencils and color watercolors for the... Great minds think alike. Sorry, I didn't even see that. And Melissa says, Susan, I think it's taking advantage of little pockets of time. I did a lot of drawing while Ray was resting before dinner. Yeah, and also waiting for your food to come. I think it's a great way just to get the sketchbook out. You know, you can chat and draw, like you're very capable of doing that, so you can do that. And I think they will be fine with it. Also, if you're driving to places, if you're doing any excursions, draw while you're on the bus, or right, like do that kind of drawing as well, because you capture different things. Like, it's something that I feel like we forget to do, and you'll see different things when you're on the bus. Take photos, lots of photos, even when you're traveling in transport, even when you're driving from the airport with the taxi. Some of my favorite images that I've painted are from taxi rides that I've taken of, you know, little stores or things that weren't so planned, and I like those. Yeah, you can totally do it. And then Nanette says, I'll be in the same situation as Susan this weekend with my girlfriends. I plan on sitting with my sketchbook whenever I get a chance. Yeah, I think you guys, you'll be able to do it for sure. For sure, for sure. Okay, that one got a bit narrow there. Can I squeeze that in? I'm going to have to cut a little bit off. Yes, Susan says, I love the idea of getting sketchbooks for the others. Yeah, you can get really small ones that, you know, they don't feel overwhelmed by putting a little mark in them, and they don't weigh a lot. If you have a Muji store near you, you can get a small sketchbook, a Muji sketchbook for them. That's also an idea. Why is this one taking longer? Well, I still have 10 minutes. It's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it done. Oh, Susan says, I have a hard time sketching, painting, and talking at the same time. Always amazed at how well you and Melissa and others do it. So I think that's the whole, like, becoming a little freer in your work, maybe. And also, if you're doing continuous line or blind contour, you really don't need to use too much of your thought brain, because you can focus on the conversation and just really look at the shapes and the marks and yeah, not be too focused on, I need to fix this down here, that this is, I need to fix this line here, and I'm going to put a thin one in between. So as soon as you have to start thinking, yeah, then the words don't come out either. You know, like, sometimes not everybody has to talk, right? It's quite nice not have to talk all the time. Okay, I'll come back to that. Nanette says, thanks for the ideas and encouragement. Well, both of you have a great time if we don't see you tomorrow. I know that, Nanette, you're not going to be here tomorrow. So have a really lovely weekend. Susan says, thank you, everyone. Great ideas. Love this community so much. It's great to throw around some ideas for, especially if it's, you know, your first time really wanting to like push that sketch vacation with other people. Nadia says, and it really helps get everyone to stop a bit and enjoy what's around them. Sometimes when you're on your vacation, you just want to see or try and do so much and forget about decompressing and enjoying a bit around you. That's so true. So, so true. I'm loving the little pops of red. I always think I've got enough glue down and it doesn't seem to be enough. Some really long pieces. Maybe I shouldn't take a long piece for there. I don't know. I think I still prefer the verticals. I don't know what it is about the verticals. Up and down, maybe I just like that, the shape and line of it. I'm not sure. Anybody else cutting up today? There's some green. I love that green. Let's get these edges on because the glue is there, so I should probably just stick them on and then I'll cut it afterwards. This slither. Let's get that slither in. Okay. Cut all of these there and cut all of these. This is still not stuck up here. Jennifer says it's taken me the whole morning to paint. Well, that's not a bad thing. That means you've done a beautiful image if you've just taken a little bit of time. Nanette says, I found these little square sketchbooks at Five Below, a discount store here in the States. Oh yeah, when I met up with Nick and did I give you one, Melissa, as well? I have those little, they're like colorful and they're tiny little sketchbooks and they're fantastic. And I kind of bring them wherever I go and give them to people because just in case like you don't have a sketchbook, it's a good, they're really great. Patty says she's cutting up. Did you paint the image first, Patty? I hope if you are doing this and not doing a time lapse that you've taken a picture of your image before you cut it, because it's really lovely to see the image that you start off with and see the process. So hopefully anyone who is doing this cut up method that you are taking photos of your process as well. Trisha says yeds. Not sure if that's yes or... Oh, Janice says, I did a quick marker sketch and cut it up. I used a photo I took in London. Oh, so great. Oh, Janice, did you get to any of the Portrait Artist of the Year? I know that I saw them, that they were at Battersea again, Battersea Park. I didn't know if you got to any of them. I didn't hear that you did. I may be short some pieces. Be a whole bunch of little pieces stuck over here. Elvira says, I took a copy of my picture to cut it up. Oh, that's smart too. Yeah, you could totally do the same with like a photograph instead of painting it. I'm going to use these little pieces over here first. This one is going to be annoying because now I've got to make a slither. It's okay. Oh, there'll just be 2 slithers. I should have a slither somewhere. I think we'll have enough. There's just quite a lot of this blue or grey left. Slithers of grey. Almost done, everybody. Oh yes, I did give you one. And Melissa says, yes, I filled ours one at the AGO. Yeah, Melissa was she's a great inspiration. Like when you're out and about, she's very good at like just getting her sketchbook out and drawing, and yeah, it's really inspiring. Janice says, not this year. I was a term break and had company most of the time. Oh, right. Yeah, it was Easter break, wasn't it, that you were over there? Patricia says, I use Paul Rubens oil pastels for the image, and they are as soft or softer than Senneliers. Ooh, very messy, my outlook. I'm sure it looks good, though. All right, we're done. Another one. That was great. Thank you so much, Elvira, for your image. That was of the lighthouse. Just sticking everything down because I know that. And Jen, I think you asked like what I do for the pages not to stick together. Mine, there's no glue, like it's not gluey on top, so This one I didn't have to worry, or this type of thing I don't have to worry because I put the glue on the page and then stick it down. So that seems to work for me. What do you prefer? Do you prefer vertical or do you prefer horizontal? I kind of like, maybe I'll have to do one where there's a little bit of both. I think I still prefer the vertical. So tomorrow we are on Zoom in the morning. If you're part of our paid subscriber group, we meet on Mondays and Fridays, and it's just a catch up and chat. So we share our work at the end of the hour. In the morning, it's still at 7 a.m. And you just have to go to Substack and subscribe, and then you will be part of that group, and we can actually see each other's faces and talk back. It's so nice. Joanne says vertical. I'm with you, Joanne. Joanne, vertical. Oh, C says horizontal. And Martine says horizontal for landscapes. Oh, interesting. Nanette says, I feel like horizontal is more calming. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Interesting, eh? How like one makes you feel one thing and the other makes you feel something else. Elvira says, looks smoky and sunny at the same time. Vertical is more dynamic. Yeah, maybe. Jennifer says, I've been using matte gel for gluing. Okay. And Melissa says, I'm going to try to join tomorrow morning. I'm usually up, but always sleepy. You don't have to put your camera on either, by the way, everybody. If you are joining in the morning on a Monday or a Friday, we do have a few people who do not turn their cameras on, and that is absolutely fine. You can just say hi. You don't even have to speak. You could chat in the chat, but it's nice to that you are there if you want to be there. So just so you know, it's not like you have to turn your cameras on. Unless I don't know who you are, then please, you know, when you arrive, if you don't have your name on there, then please just write in the chat who it is. Yeah. So funny. So it's like a bit of a half-half, who enjoys one and who enjoys the other. But I do really like the thin stripes. Do you think I could go thinner? Do you think that would be an option? This one, I didn't do this thin. Hang on, was I supposed to go in there? Yeah, it kind of was, wasn't I? Okay, well, I guess I haven't finished. I need to put some slivers. Oh, I found a, oh, look at that. See, this is what happens. I find extra pieces, but like you said, collect all the extra pieces and then create another one. I may have to do that. Just a slither more. One slither small and tiny more. Oops. There we go. I will also be sending, if you are part of our subscriber list, a newsletter out probably tomorrow with regards to the early bird for the Colory Flory. If you want to join us in that, there's 14 or 13 instructors, and we are all teaching a lesson on flowers. So we've got the month of flowers, which is our mornings, if you are a subscriber, and then I do have a class releasing on Saturday. It's Saturday morning early, so it's 8 a.m. I think there's only a certain amount of early bird spots, so I will send that out I'm going to send a scheduled post. It goes out at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. GMT time, so Greenwich Mean Time, which is 3 a.m. Eastern. I know, it's kind of in the middle of the night, but if you're really interested in getting that early bird, then put an alarm on and get that link from me. Susan says, might you consider one using small mosaic tiles? Yes. So I did do, I'll show you which one I did. I did this one, which has the small tiles, but maybe, would you say even smaller? Because these are like maybe a centimeter and a half big. So, but maybe I would have to do it very like, because these were hand cut. So maybe a little bit less crazy. I don't know. It's coming along though. Look, like it is getting fuller and fuller. Oh, and I like the pages that have the doubles on, but I'm gonna have to do a whole reveal reel for that. Yes, I will save the extra. I'm saving them. They're over here. Can you open your sketchbook up to see them side by side? Oh, yes, true. Like for those two. There. Can you see? That's kind of cool. They're really like really butted up against each other. I'm gonna really enjoy. I haven't really opened it up. I haven't taken it out of my room and opened it up yet. So yeah, it's a pretty decent book, and I want to be able to finish it up. And I know that we have enough images to finish it, even though I'm behind a couple. So this is day 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And then I missed 1, 2. So maybe I'll do a couple more. I'd like to finish it all. Nanette, the early bird link is going to be sent at 3 a.m. on Saturday morning. I will put it in our chat. I'll send it to subscribers. I will put it in, I'll probably end up like later during the day, I'll put it in stories on Instagram. And I'll also put it in, if you're subscribed to my channel on Instagram, I'll put it in there. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, it's going to be fun to open it. Have a safe and creative week and weekend, Blue Shine Art community. Thank you, Natty. And I'll see you all hopefully at Melissa's art hang party tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. 50 birds in 50 minutes. And yeah, I'll see you. Take care, everybody. See you this afternoon if you're coming to my class. Bye.